This is Daniel Poppy, host of How to Write Good. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
I'm the Greg.
And I am Dave Show.
We host the Greg and Dave Show on Public House Media.
Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out our show, The Greg and Dave Show, where we talk about strange, bizarre, and sometimes just downright quirky news stories that you may not have heard about.
A new show comes out every Wednesday. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes. And hey, thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Negative self-talk is one of the most dangerous things, our mental health. People who tend to talk negatively about themselves think that they are not being realistic. And today I want to talk to you about how to end that negative self-talk and why you should do it today. Good morning, welcome to Choose to Rise. My name is Kim Meyer and I'm so glad that you are here with us on Public House Media. I am so thrilled to be coming live to you again here from Mexico. I'm here on a work trip with my fit family from my coaching business, and I am so excited to be able to do this live for you here and still continue to bring heart and hope with you and help you rise up to be your very best today. So let's get rolling. And first I need to tell you about Good God Company. They are sponsoring us today. Their goal is to create t-shirts and creative consumer goods that are beautiful, awesome, inspirational, motivational, and just bring you to your spiritual message with faith in God. And so go check them out on Facebook or Google them or check them out. They are based out of London and are a really cool company. I'm looking forward to getting my swag soon. And speaking of swag, if you want to get a Choose to Rise or Public House Media or any of the other amazing shows that are Public House Media, if you want to support them and show off your pride for the amazing podcast that you get to listen to on a daily basis or every other day or whatever, check out our Public House Media Facebook page and see how you can get your own swag to check those out as well. So head there. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about negative self-talk. It's something that I've struggled with. It's something that a lot of my clients struggle with. It's something that I've kind of developed a non-tolerance for. So when you are thinking and speaking negatively to yourself, it's just one of those things that can really suck all the energy out of you and not help anything in the situation. So like I said before, negativity is one of the worst things for our own mental health. Negative self-talk is one of the most dangerous things to happen to you. Why though? Because people who tend to talk negatively to themselves think that they're just being realistic, that this is how life is. This is, it can be very difficult to convince them otherwise. However, when they experience that aha moment, that negative self-talk will continue to limit their self-esteem to the point of where they just can't do anything else. And that's where it becomes super dangerous. In this podcast today, I want to share with you how to end negative self-talk while staying realistic, and why you should do it now. Why you should end the negative voices, why you should end the negative thoughts, why you should start thinking and believing and having a positive mindset about who you are, where you're meant to be, and where you're headed next. All right, let's get rolling with it, right? All right. I remember a while ago, even just this week, working here with all these amazing coaches, there's still negative self-talk that is inside them, and me is too sometimes. I have to shut those voices off as well, but it's sad to hear from as so many people that believe the negative things that are going on in their head and that they limit themselves in so many ways. So negative self-talk is not realistic. That's the first thing. You need to understand that. Negative self-talk is not realistic. If you're thinking that being judgmental of yourself makes you realistic, it's simply not true. You just focus on the things that you don't like about yourself and ignore and take for granted the things that you do. Now, you have to really focus here on the things that are positive in your day. If you're always focusing on the negative, you're going to manifest more negativity into your life. If you are if you're always focused on the things that went wrong today, if you're focused on how you look compared to somebody else, if you're focused on all these other unrealistic things, you're going to have a disregard to what is actually happening in your day. You're going to miss all the beautiful things that happen in your life. And so we have to really work hard on ourselves all the time. We have to keep improving our lives all the time. We have to become the better versions of ourselves all the time. It's not just something that you can think once and have it be. You have to keep working on it. If you're constantly telling yourself negative things, it's going to take a while to get out of it, but you have to realize that being negative and having that negative self-talk in your head is unrealistic. It's not really you, and you can be something different in the end. So I'm going to ask you a couple different times throughout this podcast, if you, how are you doing in this area? If you have this issue of negative self-talk, what are you doing about it? Any negative self-talk has many other benefits in your life as well. It takes time, but it's going to help you physically, mentally, emotionally. It's going to take effort, but if you really work on it, you're going to be able to do the things that you want to do. If you want to lose weight, or if you want to get in shape, or you want to eat better, or you want to have better relationships, or you want to have, a better job, or you want to do whatever. If you can imagine it and say that it's not working, then there's something that you have got to commit to, and it's something that you have to do all the time. And eventually it'll become part of your personality, it'll be part of your belief system, and I'm gonna, this isn't so much of like a how to end, like stop it today. It's one of these things that you're gonna have to continue to work on and be there. So let's begin here really. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Have you ever heard that quote before? It's usually our mom saying it about our brothers and sisters or your friends or whatever. But if you can talk to ourselves, how we talk to ourselves becomes our inner voice. And negative self-talk can be nothing. Negative self-talk brings nothing good to your life. You need to tell yourself beautiful things. You need to tell yourself that you love your hair, that you love your body, that you love your clothes, that you have beautiful things to wear, that you have awesome friends, that you are kind and you're respectful, and all of those things. When you focus on the things that you're not happy about, say you're not happy with how your hair looks, or you're not happy with the clothes you have, you think you're the fat girl in the room, like all of those things are going to get wearing you down, and they're going to help you, they're going to have you focus in on the wrong things. If you are constantly saying, I'm tired, or I can't wait to go to bed, imagine how you're going to feel when you actually get home and go to bed, right? You're going to feel exhausted when you get home after work. If you're not happy within, you're not going to be happy without and the outside either. And so choose the thoughts that will lead you by telling yourself nice things. This way you're not ignoring the things that are bothering you, but you're just not manifesting more of them. You're not focusing on them to get them out of your way. You're going to be focusing on the positive things and looking for the joy in those things. We talked about joy a lot in the last couple days here on the podcast, and this is one way just to keep it going. Focus on the good, and more good will happen. And I'm going to tell you a little secret that sometimes the bad things don't just go away. You just stop bothering you and even begin to, you kind of like them, because when negative things happen, you see them as an opportunity to grow, and you can use the power of self-talk to have a power of positive self-talk to help you overcome those struggles and grow in the struggle and not be focused on creating more struggle. The second thing that you can do is improve your vocabulary. So in addition to the previous step, this one is not just focused on negative self-talk, but changing your entire vocabulary. So even when talking to other people, be positive. When you're talking to your kids, be positive. When you're thinking about a work situation, be positive. You need to not completely lose the phrase, I hate, that's ugly, that's disgusting. You need to just get rid of all those things. You need to change them from I don't like, that's less beautiful than, that's not very nice. Saying those negative words out loud cannot in any way bring anything positive into your inner self. So by constantly using the words like I hate as a part of your everyday vocabulary, you're letting that feeling of hate go through your body all the time. The other day when we talked about emotion, and you have to feel the emotion. If you're using strong vocabulary like hate and disgust and dislike and those kinds of things, you're going to feel those things, and you don't want, and what you feel becomes your reality. So let's talk positive to ourselves, right? Let's do the things that are going to make us go forward in a good way. So instead of using those hateful, those harsh words, start using the flip side of it and focus on the good things in them. All right. So letting go of the vocabulary that makes you feel yucky and start focusing on the vocabulary that's going to help you be good. And it reflects, the vocabulary you use on a daily basis reflects who you are. It becomes your inner voice, and you start to use those words when thinking about yourself and other people, And it just becomes a chain reaction without even noticing it. The second thing you can really focus on is treat yourself the way you would a guest. If most people, when they have guests coming, put out their nicest things, like use the good dinnerware, you make sure your house is super clean, you put out the good linens if they're staying overnight, fine china, like I said, it's, you use those things for special occasions, and maybe you go crazy with the tablecloth, right? If they're staying overnight, you fix up the nicest room, and the list goes on and on. But when we are focusing on ourselves, we give ourselves the last straw, we give ourselves a little bit that's left. And so I often hear things like, oh, come on, with a rolling of the eyes at home, or I don't care how I look, or how my coffee mug looks, or I just want to drink coffee and that's it. Or on the other hand, I'd rather see, them smiling than me, or if I was in the mood, I'd dress up, or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But even when you're alone, you should use the fine china. Even when you're alone, you should have the best sheets on your bed, or, do things that are beautiful in your home, affordable products, of course, but treat yourself well, because how you treat yourself shows other people how to treat you, and it's only a reminder to the universe and to you and to other people that you are worth it and that you are capable of doing great things. Because when you show up for yourself and you treat yourself like a guest would be treated, it reminds you that special things that you enjoy personally, that you put a little more joy in your heart, put a little happiness in your heart, and even in the best situation, enjoying the morning ritual of a coffee break, or my journal time, or whatever, you're using that time to de-stress, you're using that time to treat yourself well, and beautiful things can come out of simple things. So make sure you take your time today, or here in the near future, to treat yourself like a guest. How would you treat them? How would you want them to be treated? And then treat yourself that way. So get rid of the negative thoughts, get rid of the negative things, and treat yourself to being the amazing thing that you are. A third one kind of goes along with that: show your best. To round kind of this list of actions, help you to end the negative self-talk, let's focus on ways that you can present yourself when you're out and about. So there's a quote by Rupi Kaur. It says, "How you love yourself is how others will love you." You heard that before? Yes, I've said it lots of times. Pretty much sums it all up. How you talk to yourself is how you're letting other people talk to you. How you walk around other people, are you slumped over, are you timid, are you quiet, or are you bold and you forward thinking? How you've heard me say things lots of times about if you want bad things to happen to you, do bad things to others. If you're talking about what other people are saying about you, talk about the ones that are saying nice things to you. They deserve more to be spoken about. Then show respect for other people, so show respect for yourself. It makes you look more confident, it makes you more kind, it makes you more of a prominent situation, it makes other people want to be in your company. So if other people want to be treated well, so when they're with you, they know that you're going to be kind to other people, it's going to work out well for everyone in the situation, because positive talk comes positive emotions, and positive emotions come with positivity, and great people come with it. So those are kind of just amazing things that why you need to end negative self-talk. There's so many, it just breaks my heart every day when I hear and connect with women all the time that are talking so negatively to themselves and putting themselves down and making jokes out of it, because it's not funny. It's not something that it's how they really feel inside when those words come out, and I get that, and they haven't quite yet got that, and when they do it, it's amazing to see the light switch change in them, and how they can put more smiles on their face, and they can just really be happy with who they are. And it's what's on the inside is a direct reflection of what's seen on the outside. So just like if you had a glass mason jar and you filled it with mud and yuck, you're going to see the mud and the yuck through the glass. So if you can put in that inside that mason jar, you're a glass vessel. And if you put inside there the positive things and the happy things and the beautiful shining things, that's what's going to be seen out into the world too. So you can read it all of people all the time. You can look at people and know whether they have confidence or not. You can look at people and know how they're going to treat others. You can look at people and know what kind of heart and soul they have inside, because everything on the inside is reflected on the outside. How they take care of themselves, how they speak to other people, how they respond in situations. All of that comes from the inner self-talk that they have inside. And so Why do you need to end negative self-talk today? It's because you deserve better. You are created for a purpose. God does not make mistakes. And when He created you, He wanted you here to be the best possible. So that's what we're here about. That's what I'm out here at Choose to Rise. I want to help you rise up out of your current struggles, out of that negative self-talk, those negative beliefs, and live your life with hope and purpose, because God created you for amazing things. And He deserves for you to come to fruition in your purpose, and the world deserves you to come to your happiness in this world. And you definitely deserve to live a life with hope and purpose and love and amazingness. So I hope that you enjoyed this podcast this morning. I hope that you are able to come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday I will be back in Iowa. And so we'll not be out this pretty view or this beautiful sunshine. The sun is really starting to come up now. It's really getting bright. For those of you that are listening, you don't get to see this, but those of you that are watching me, hi Mindy, I'm so glad you're here. You get to see this beautiful view that we have just outside our window. We get to watch the sunrise across the ocean. Big shindig last night out here again. It was a lot of fun. But I hope that you are hanging out with me so you can be more positive and have a lot more joy in your heart and life. And if you have not yet done so, I hope that you will subscribe to Public House Media and Choose to Rise, and then also tell your friends about it. Let's spread more positivity. Let's get more people out and about and listening to Choose to Rise and all the amazing shows here on Public House Media. Come back for more on Friday. I will be in Iowa. Hopefully it's not snowing there. I hear it's pretty icky weather in Iowa today, or could be pretty icky weather in Iowa today. And if so, tell friends about it. Come back for more information, and hope to see you back here on the show soon. If you're a busy mama who feels like you're just trying to figure it all out and need some help, my email is choosetoriseup@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to help you, support you. I have a Busy Mama's Game Plan document that I'd love to send you. It's about goals, action steps, and belief in yourself to get it all done. God doesn't give you any more than you can handle, and sometimes it just takes being a little clearer on what you want to achieve in life to make sure you get there. So again, shoot me an email to choosetoriseup@gmail.com, or shoot me a message here at Choose to Rise, and I'd be happy to send that out to you. Let's connect. I want to start working with you and help you figure things out, because living your best life is just one decision away. It's a little bit more positive talk on the other side of things. So thanks again for joining me today, and I hope to see you back here on Friday. And have a blessed day, and keep